Happy Friday, everybody. I don't know what's going on with YouTube and OBS again, but it's crashing. I guess I should have done a test stream earlier this week, but other things came up. Just kind of how the week is going in some ways. Hope everybody on that side of the screen is well. I'll try to get my shit together here and put on a show. Just I don't know. I'm exasperated right now is the word to say. Yeah, so let me see who's here. Just get to all the fellow knights. Hope you're well. Hello, Sir Andy, 81E, Sir Colin Wykes, Sir Pete from Delft Junction, Sir Andy, the hot dog pilot. Hope you're on the mend after your midweek, last weekend through the week cold that I believe you were fighting. Sir John Benicki, Sir Leslie Gilpin. We call everybody Sir here, so Sir Lucy, welcome in. Sir Manshed Railroad, Sir Andrew of March West Junction, Sir Dino from the Model Railway Shed, Sir Mons from Monsville Railway, Sir Clive from Newland Railway, Sir Randall Ellison, Sir Ewan the Growler, great to see you in this week, Sir Tim of Dowd, our CEO, Sir Tom Couples, and I'm going to make an executive decision. I hope this is okay with my fellow knights, but I go with some people that have been there the longest and just consistently through thick and thin, and I know so many of you here deserve the honor, but with our good friend Joseph Agliato no longer able to join us on live stream because it's like 3 in the morning, I want to appoint a new Sergeant at Arms. And trust me, it's a hard decision, but I'm going to, at least for now, unless he refuses the honor, I'm going to name Sir Tom Couples our Sergeant at Arms. Thank you, Sir Tom, if you'll take that. Sir Michael of Tommy, and I apologize, I forgot the name from Willow Creek Industrial Spur, but welcome, Sir Knight, to the Knights of the Rhomboid table. Earlier, I did see that Chris from Valleys 56 was in. So Chris, if you're still there, of course, to all the people that watch this on replay or in the background while they're doing something else. So all our Sir Marks and Sir Johns and other Sir Andrews and so forth. Brad, you are Brad. Sir Joe has just announced he's near his computer listening. And there is Chris. Chris, you made my day yesterday. It was so cool to see that you actually got a Knights of the Rhomboid table t-shirt. I still haven't got mine. That is bizarre. You in the UK got yours. I ordered it 3 days before you ordered yours, and I still haven't got mine. I did get the stickers. Unfortunately, I left them upstairs with stuff I'm putting together to take to the UK, and I would have brought them down. But if you're a Knight of the Rhomboid table and you're going to see me at Getz 2 weeks from today, Joyce and I will be live streaming from somewhere in Milton Keynes, but we will be live streaming for a bit. Obviously, I won't be running trains, but we'll do it sort of the way we do Artie's show, and hopefully some people may come up and be on camera because a lot of you may be there, but we'll see. But next Friday, well, not next Friday, 2 weeks from tonight, we will be doing that live. So anybody else come in? Oh, Sir Carl from Bangor Junction just popped in. And again, I did mention Sir Chris. So I think that might be everybody there. So I can go to the chat and just keep up. So yes, I am. I had to end this about 2 minutes in. I was prepared. Just in case after last week's fiasco where all of a sudden it was crashing and just kept crashing. I was prepared to go to StreamYard. The thing is with StreamYard, I do not pay, so I get their stupid logo up here. And also, I don't broadcast in the higher graphic range. I broadcast 1080 to 1440p, and right now, this is in 720. So anyhow, Sir Knights, a lot of things going on. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to share this before we go to the UK. I'm going to have a massive, massive delivery. I have bought a collection from Sir Herb and Nancy in Alberta, Canada, and I have bought his entire model train collection, and it will be arriving in the next couple of weeks, but the due date is the day I leave for the UK. But that's very exciting and yet kind of, well, we'll leave it at that. Hallo Ian, wie geht's, wie steht's? So, otherwise, nothing really new to show or display other than it's been stressful. About 11:30 today, a long truck delivering one of those portable dumpsters for some workers up here managed to back right through the street and knock out a power line. So the whole neighborhood was without all power. And we got the power back, about 1:45. It prevented me from coming down here and setting things up. So once we got our power back about 1:45, I've been down here trying to do second test runs. And some of the trains have started acting up. And just my nerves are shot right now. I'm not going to be the... And then on top of that, just my petty ego. Joyce and I did post a new song this week. We did an epic 16-minute song. I actually made it a 20-minute video with an intro kind of explaining what we were doing, and it's not doing well. So a lot of people haven't watched it, very few comments, and that's just kind of bumming me too. I was hoping people would like it. Sorry if you're leaving super soon. Okay, well, take care. So anyhow, that's everything. So let's just go straight to the 11-lane view, show you what I'm running. Not quite a steamer palooza. But I decided to run a few steams today. I don't know why. It wasn't really a theme. The theme really is just old and not real trains, for lack of a better word. Old and not real. Well, I should say that a couple of them are quote real, but we have a lot of false consists, things you would not have seen. Like most of these beer wagons, those never, you would see beer cars, but they didn't look like this. But in the front, this was a request, and normally I don't do requests, but EFO made this request a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. He said, would I ever run the Prussian P8 here on the outer loop? So that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to run that little Prussian train. And then I decided to go ahead and run the Rheingold here, although he's one of the ones that was acting up in trial runs. Oh, if EFO is doing something. Camera 6 was wazzing. I'm trying to run these a little bit slower, even if a couple of them are express steams, just so people. And then I went ahead and I have not run this ESU locomotive. It's not my favorite. This is one I bought in Germany, but it's got some issues out of the box. I don't know if it just had troubles coming over from America, but it just does not run very well. And then I have to duck this down and go to this. And let's get this guy in motion. Whoa, not too fast there, dude. Not too fast. Even though, yes, you are an express. So, yeah, it's been just kind of hectic and crazy this week, and fighting the cats and everything. Hochfarben Speisewagen. Yes, hello, Sir Raymond. Deadpool's running, yes, except this Deadpool's silver and not red and black. And yeah, that ESU's still not running super great. Yes, it's been a while. I've run the Deadpool 186 a couple of times, or Railpool. Sorry. Now you've got, I think it was Leslie's got me saying Deadpool. Whoever said Deadpool has got me saying. But yeah, the Railpool. I've run it a few times. It has been a little while, not that long, but a little while since I've run it. Oh, it was Tim who said it. So yeah, as far as why the picture was going, that again, that has to be through YouTube. Everything on my end says the images are fine. What I'm, how it's looking is fine. OBS is happy. That's why I was able to stop it right away, because OBS gives me all the feedback I need. OBS gives me everything at the bottom, telling me the strength of my CPU, my GPU, what percent everything's running, how is the signal going. So I don't know if it was just things adjusting with going through StreamYard there for a second, but yeah, a few people have this. This is from the York National Railway Museum. I got this because Jim at Hover Motion had this. Speaking of which, Jim, if you're ever watching this on replay or in the background, hi, Jim. And I don't know if I ever properly thanked you for all the pictures you sent me from Anfield. Oh, Lee, speaking of Anfield, was here earlier. Hello, Sir Lee. But yeah, why am I still got my face on? I think I hit the wrong thing. Let's go to this screen. You guys can. Watch the choo-choos going around here. And then I'll get to some of the bigger ones. Go. Oh, I did not do the floor. My apologies, friends. I did not get the guys on the floor going. So let's get the floor cam up. I did move the floor cam a bit for now. I am running Beetle stuff. It was meant to be in honor of our new video going up, because I put these trains up. I put these trains up as I was posting the new video on Wednesday. So this was honor of us doing another Beatles song. So we're running the Beatles Yellow Submarine, and then the Class 73 with the Beatle albums on. I actually had to fix the Beatles Euro train here. I had to fix it because it blew both its traction tires. So I fortunately had the right size spare here from my Märklin collection. And so, yeah, I'm quite chuffed that it's back running again. There on the bottom left-hand part of the screen, you can occasionally see one of the trains coming around. Oh, that's looking bright today, I must say. The Eurostar, that's what I was trying to say. Like I said, my brain is frazzled, and I just, if I make it through this live stream without breaking something, it'll be a miracle. Ian, tolles Video heute. Ich spreche Deutsch, weil ich kein Niederländisch spreche. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. I actually, when it first started acting up on a live stream a few weeks ago, I thought, great, another motor going. But no, it was just the traction tires. So if any of my purists come in and go, hey, that consist on that train's wrong, I know it is. Like the group of cars that I've got put up for the Crimson and Cream, no, the Ocean Blue and Cream train, that is definitely, I just grabbed a few. I am running the, this is my honoring horse. I'm running some of the tin plates and whatever else I could add to the tin plates that I got from Horst. So I have 2 Horst Expresses running today. I don't know if Horst ever watches, but Horst, if you're in the background, this is in your honor. I'm running a couple of Horst specials today. Let me see if I can catch the right one. I just missed them. Well, I'm just going to leave it here and wait for it to come around again. But there you can see all the beer trains going. But yes, yeah, so both Horst specials are going through right there. I should have done the 11-lane cam, but there it is. But yeah, just, hey, Ifo, I don't know if you heard Ifo, but it's nice to see you, Sir Ifo. I am doing something you asked me to do a couple of months back. Let me see. What's the best cam to catch it in? Well, it's just coming around right now. Darn it. I am running the P8 on the outer lane. I should probably slow it down a bit, but it was something you asked me to do a little while ago, so I've got it out there. I'll try to catch it and go around. Hello, Sir Rick. What are you? Sometime late tonight. Oh. Whoops. That thing got up there faster than I planned. Dude, you are flying right now. Slow down a bit, dude. I am trying to get you to slow down. That's a little better. Aha, we've had an accident on the UK trains. That stupid thing derailed. Ugh, I need to put something on there. I've got some handy tack here. That might work. Silly odd bodkins. Welcome back, Lee. All right. I'm a little slow reacting to things because... Oh, let's just do this view for now. Where is it? Long view. We'll do that view. I'm going on the table to solve a problem. What in the hell is your problem, soldier? Oh. Let's see if you act a little better that way. Woo. Bump the head. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's always something. Well, hello, my lord, Sir Alan. How are you, sir? And did I see Yazzer came in? Well, hello, Sir Yazzer. Welcome in. Sir Dwight. All right. I go under the table and a lot of people pop in. That's cool. Glad to see you all. Glad to see each and every one of you. I'm going to try this way. I don't really need to look at the StreamYard board. So this way I can control it. The problem is because I went through StreamYard, I don't get my chat up. So I have to look at the other screen to get the chat. But yeah, if you didn't see our new long parody, we did Abbey Road, the medley from Abbey Road Side 2. So if you haven't seen it, hopefully you'll go see it. Leave a comment. Joyce and I always like the comments. And welcome back, Monsville. I'm sorry. No, I think you were here earlier when I go. By the way, are you now in New Zealand still, or did you come back? I assume you're still in New Zealand. And obviously, there's not going to be good news, but I hope things are about as easy as they can be. Gee, I wonder why. It's age restricted. See, I just automatically age restrict my stuff anyhow. And that way I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah. Oops, you showed a nude HO figure. Ooh! All right, so Dad is out. All right, that's no problem, Monsville. That is so much more important than anything I'm doing. And looked like the camera was spinning for a second, but everything else said okay. You'll be watching from Cancun. Good news. Oh, we got to protect the youth from America from a potential nude plastic figure, even though they've probably been seeing their G.I. Joes and Barbies nude forever. Oh, that reminds me. Because they start out completely pink. Oh, that's true of a lot of us, Alan. I'm having one of those weeks where I'm just saying, why me all the time. And if anybody gets that reference, it's if you don't get the reference, it's Beach Boys, not Beach Boys. It's those beach movies, those Frankie Avalon beach movies, the motorcycle guy. Why me? Why me all the time? But yeah, I'm just running some bizarre, odd mixes. Just a little bit old, a little bit new. Oh, it was very funny, Alan. It was very funny. Got to 4 Celsius where you were last night. That's cold. somebody tried to kill me in their car while I was riding my bike this morning, because apparently a bike on the road at 7 o'clock doesn't have right of way to the idiot that tried to hit me while they're talking on their cell phone. Oh, not for a while yet. Not for a while. I keep trying to get that Batman tilt out of it, and it's just not working. Well, yes, Andy. Of course, I, as everyone should know by now, will be at Getz on Sunday. We'll be there all day Sunday. Man, I'm tired today. Went and took a crew. Oh, well, I can understand that. You should be tired. Hello, Sir Timber. We are gaining and losing chatters by the second. Eat more beans, Clive. Well, I'm sitting here just on a camera that's not showing anything. So let's go to the 11 lane for a little while. Let y'all enjoy that one for a bit. Well, Ewan, hang on. Depends on what time you'll be at Getz, because I will be at Getz Saturday afternoon. The plan is 2 to 5, because Joyce and I are going to go up to, we're going up to the Warley show at Stafford, whatever, because I keep confusing Stafford and Stafford. But we're going to that show in the morning. We're going to that show in the morning. We'll be in Milton Keynes Friday. 2 weeks from today, Joyce and I will be at the Getz location. We're staying at the hotel right there. In fact, our room looks over the football pitch. And from what I understand, Alan, Pete Waterman's going to be there again. So, but we will be there. We're going to go. We're leaving early in the morning on Saturday so that we can get to the Warley show 8:30ish in the morning. So we're going to leave about 7 a.m. So we'll get to the Warley show about 8:30 so we can, we're going to arrange to meet Mark and hopefully Andrew from March West Junction, either right as it opens or right after it opens, because I'm not there to go look at the trains and everything. My apologies. I'm there to meet people. The only reason I am even going to the Warley show is specifically the people specifically there that I am going to meet is Mark from Donegal Dad Railway, and then I want to see Andrew from March West Junction again. Joyce and I do. I shouldn't say I. We do. It is both of us. So Ewan, we'll see you Friday night, because I'll probably be in some kind of public room doing this live feed, only for an hour or so. I'll be doing my live stream because it'll be 8 in the evening there. So Joyce and I will probably do dinner, and then we'll try to either find a big open space and try to live stream from there. All right, Monsville, you take care. You don't have to apologize at all. I appreciate if we can offer a distraction when we can. So we will be at, so in the morning we'll be at Staffold. We're going to leave Staffold about noon. And then we're going to drive back, and we should hopefully be back at Getz 2-ish, 2 o'clock. Which is funny because I did buy the VIP and early bird tickets for the whole weekend at Getz, but I'm not going to use them on Saturday. You stay safe and take care, and best wishes to your family. Monsville, just take care. Well, there goes one of the two. Here comes the other Horst Express. This is the Horst Express today. It's not all of the cars I got from Horst, but it's most of them in those colors. I did not do the full 8-car rake. I kept it because it's on a short loop. I kept it down to 6. Well, cool, Andy. We can meet and shake hands because Joyce and I plan on being at Getz most of Sunday. I don't know if we'll close it, but we'll be there from opening through the afternoon. I know it ends at 4, but we plan on being there, 9 to 2, 9 to 3. And Joyce already knows that if she decides she needs a break, she can walk back to the hotel. Alan, I bought some sheets and put them in a couple of weeks ago, just to try to give it a little bit more pizzazz, just because why go through all the effort of making it look realistic when you can buy cheap green stuff and throw it down and have it not look as effective? All right, Ewan, well, it was nice to see you, and I'm excited to hear that we will somehow see each other in 2 weeks. That's going to be great. I mean, there's so many wonderful people. Of course, there are other people I want to meet again, but there's people I haven't met yet. So I hope people understand the people I haven't met yet are really key. That's why our next trip to the UK, I don't know, because Joyce and I want to go over to Ireland. We want to go to Ireland, but we want to pop up and see Donegal, visit the Donegal Museum, and really see Mark up there. But I don't know if that's going to happen in our next UK trip. We'll have to. It depends on when Joyce retires, because if she retires, we'll catch one of those junket flights and fly over from Scotland to Ireland, and then we'll spend a week near, I forget if Donegal Dad is near Dublin or is he near Belfast? I think he's near Belfast. But either way, that way it might be awkward to get around there, but we can spend a week over in Ireland and catch up and hang out for a couple of days at in Donegal. And just really see Mark and see some of the things up there. Hey, Kieran, how are you? But there's definitely things we want to do, but we're already going to go back to York. Joyce likes the idea of going back to York. She likes the idea that we could maybe have another get together at the York Museum, but maybe after Getz, people won't feel, I got to come and meet Anthony and Joyce, or, because again, our egos aren't like that. We're not like people are coming to see us. We're going to go see people. That's how we are. We're going to see people. We're not thinking they want to see us. We're thinking we want to see them, whether they want to see us or not. But which show is, because I think Richard Watson from New Junction is going to be at one of the two shows working with Acura Scale. And it would be kind of cool to walk by and just shake his hand, because we've chatted on Facebook, you know, friendly chat rather than just train stuff. Not very often, maybe 4 or 5 times. And really, other than wishing him good luck when he found out his wife was pregnant with their second child and they were buying the new house, all that, and saying good luck, thanks. But, you know, back in the days of Model Rail Network, when Paul from Galgrim Hall and all those guys were really David Jones, that now is out of this level, and now he does the much bigger scale, the ride upon scales. I forget if he's 5 1/4 or 7 1/2, whichever one, 5 1/2, 7 1/4. I forget which scale he does. It'll be interesting to meet Charlie Bishop. Clive, I'm hoping people will come and gate crash. If I decide to set up in the room, we'll leave our bedroom door open and people can walk in and just pop on. The problem is half of you will be there, so I won't have much of an audience except the American and European mainland side. But yeah, so we are going up to Warley specifically to see Mark Donegal Dad and Andrew from March West Junction. And unfortunately, we still won't have a lot of time with them, because I'm sure Graham from Leamington Station, who's driving us, and we still got to call and face to face and work out our plan specifically. Pretty trippy set aboard a train. Celebrities from Toledo. Glad you're not going? I'm not, because it'd be cool if you were there, Tim. You'd be somebody else that I would punch through the crowd to see. But yeah, we're Joyce has already been asking me as I go through channels when videos go up. Every time I pop up a video, are they going to be at Getz? You know, because she's usually working on something, and then she hears the voice, and if it's an English accent, she either knows who it is or she'll ask me who it is. And either way, the next question is, are they going to be at Getz? Are they going to be at Getz? Are they going to be at Warley? Are they going to be at Getz? Are they going to be at Warley? Sadly, there's a couple of people who are going to Warley, but they're only going to Warley on Sunday. I would like to see them, but it sucks. And maybe we can make plans to, you know, on our next trip to the UK, you know, try to meet some of these people that we don't get to meet on this trip. Oh, no, I don't use Rumble. I avoid Rumble like the plague. But I would, yeah, there's a few people I would punch through the crowd to meet. I'm just hoping that if there is a crowd, there's nobody there that wants to punch me. I'm a nice guy usually. Oh, Raymond, that's a little too much information. Because, you know, again, we've talked about it too many times, I know, and I apologize for always repeating myself. But then again, I got to fill 3 hours every Friday somehow. But we, you know, it stunned us when we went to the UK and people, again, we were there to see Tim Dowd. We weren't thinking Tim Dowd's there to see us. We're there to see him. He's the guy that's on our TV. He's the celebrity. Joyce and me sit across from the living room each night and day. You know, she knows what I smell like when I don't take a shower. I know what she looks like when she first wakes up in the morning, which is still beautiful. You know, we know each other. We know each other's flaws and foibles. There is nothing special about us. So we find a little odd when people are like, wow, it's you. And we're like, it's oh, and speaking of Warley, Christopher from Christopher's Hobby Blog. I knew I was forgetting somebody and I feel really bad. Oh, I know what. Well, okay, you're explaining to other people. Did I see Daz Faulkner is here? Well, Daz, I was in Manchester for a day in 2022, but I was at Jim. I didn't know you, and I was at Jim from Hover Motion's house, but I was in Manchester. Sorry, Jim, if I just gave away that you live in or near Manchester. But so yeah, we're going up to Warley Friday morning or Saturday morning to visit people, but we'll be in Milton Keynes. We're probably going to get Milton Keynes sometime between 12 and 1 in the afternoon. We arrive in London like 6 a.m. at Heathrow, a little after 6. Then we have to catch the subway to Euston Station, which is sort of like, and then we catch a train at Euston Station, and then we go up to Milton Keynes. Oh, Wiesman and Bush. That's the other one you got to watch. Bush makes a lot of X-rated HO scale scenery. Nook does too, but Bush and Wiesman have activities. Wow, Andy, that really makes me feel good. But you know, when we went to York and met everybody at the NRM, I mean, there's Leslie Gilpin. Oh my God, this man, X number of subscribers, brilliant rail fanning videos, some of the best rail fanning videos on YouTube. And just, it's him. He's there. You know, again, since he's here, you know, when Alan picked Joyce and me up from our house we were staying at in Bangor, Northern Wales, I was just, it's him. Oh. And there's video that I put on my channel where I'm sitting in the car and Alan's telling me all these cool stories about his trucking days as we're driving through Snowdonia. So my mouth is like, oh my God, isn't this some of God's most beautiful country? And then Alan's talking. I'm just staring at, I'm sitting in a car with Alan from Dragon Junction. This guy that has brought so many laughs and is a celebrity in our house. Everybody in my family knows Alan. So we're not thinking how they feel about us, other than we're hoping they don't hate us. You know, the whole time we're with people, we're like, God, I hope you don't do anything or say anything stupid that gets us, you know, that they're texting their friends going, oh my God, that Anthony and Joyce are assholes. Well, hello, Spirit of Colorado Railroad Reborn. Nice to have you here. Yes, long time no see. I hope you are well. Yeah, I saw that. I was really excited, Tim's. But then I felt like, oh, somebody else stole it because you were ours, and now you've got other people you're with. And Dino, you know, we gotta meet Dino. And Dino, I'm probably bringing you some more stuff I'm bringing you some stuff, Dino. And Clive, if you didn't see my message to you, your stuff is in a box. I haven't opened it. I'm not going to open it. I'm just throwing it in my suitcase as is, and I will give it to you when I see you. That sounds cool, Ifo. I mean, it'd be cool to meet everybody again. Richard from Trains in the Attic, Carl, who, we had such a nice time with Carl, who, after a lot of the people left, Carl walked around with Joyce and me for a while. I forget who else was there towards the end. And he was just pointing out and explaining things. He and Leslie for a while, and then Leslie left, I think. Trying to remember. It's been 2 years. But it was just so nice. I mean, explaining things to us, and, very happy to hear and learn. Just check the promo. Me and Al are like that. Well, I want to be like that with somebody other than Joyce, obviously. Well, not like that with, never mind. This is one of the reasons I'm going or coming to get is I'm jealous of how so many of you guys can get together several times a year, or, 1 or 2, 3 of you, like, oh, we all live roughly in this area. Let's go to this show and meet each other. Or let's go to this show and meet each other. All the people that are into what I do, they're in Europe, or they're in the UK. The people that I consider myself friends with. So like when we went and lived with Artie for 3 weeks in Australia, it was very cool. Yes, there was some awkwardness sharing a house with somebody for 3 weeks, because when Joyce and I travel, we're used to being on our own. But it was so cool to be with Artie. And Artie, if you happen to watch this, hi, Artie. Even if you're not watching, hi, Artie. We just had such a good time, and he showed us so many things. It was such an awesome tour guide. I really think he could do that in his career. Again, similar to Alan, Artie is a trucker and has all these great stories of riding the highways of Australia. And I just love listening to stories. I talk for 3 hours here, but on the flip side, I think some of you can verify that when you're telling your stories, I go real quiet and listen intently, because I don't want it to come across the wrong way, but it's like my grandfather. My grandfather had stories, and I just love to sit and listen to them. When people have got their stories, I like to listen. Yeah, and you know what, Alan? We had 3 weeks in with Artie in Australia, and he drove us all over the place. And the first and last thing he said when he took us to the airport is, there was so much more I wish I could have showed you. I wish I could have showed you this. And unfortunately, unless we live there, we're just never going to see it all. But it was one of the most beautiful times Joyce and I have ever had. It was just beautiful country, beautiful company. You and Babs were awesome. I got to see the shed, the legend that it is. Although I think making me clean it with a toothbrush was a little. It was worth the price to pay to get in there, but really. So there goes the Rheingold down, and coming up is that P8 that Ifo had asked me about. So I don't know if I've been getting it on camera enough, but when it's going around a corner fast like that, it blurs anyhow. I'm going to slow him down just a bit. I'll be on Woodlouse watch. He's going to give me a little ball peen hammer. Fap, 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 fap. I got making a visual joke, and so I missed it. I lost behind it. Oh, a new car system on the layout, Ian. Wow. Hey, there's Jean Ricard. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. A pea shooter. Okay, so now let's see if some things work. It's time to do this. So let's go with you. We'll see if that starts. And then who else? We'll see if that works. But I want to get on the 220. Where's the 220? Well, he's got his speed going. Well, he looks faster on the camera than he actually is. But this is the first time we're going to see it live somehow. Let me go to the, where's the right camera? Probably this one. Wrong way, you idiot. Oh, I ought to be horsewhipped. What a Tarara maroon. There you go. I don't know if you can see it, but that diesel 220 is smoking. Speaking of smoking, Joyce is going to come down and be coughing like a fiend. Hey, Sir Brian of Finnerton. Great to have you here. Raymond, it doesn't allow for more control. It's just not infrared reliant. So it's all digital through your computer without having to use infrared lighting. I will say that Class 220 goes through the smoke fast. And speaking of which, there's Graham. Graham, I will be contacting you sometime this weekend to set up a video chat where you, me, and Joyce can talk about the trip coming. Wow, he's almost out of his smoke already. I was so excited. I have only run that ESU. It's a Class 220. I've only run it a couple of times, but I had never put oil in it or, the smoke stuff in it. So we are actually, weather has changed from bright and sunny to hazy right now with all of that. I'm going to have to refill its juice up already. It's already empty. Wow, it went through it fast. The P8 doesn't smoke. The Rheingold should smoke, but it hasn't started yet. Well, that BR50 smokes up a storm, doesn't it? There, that might work a little better. Woo! I'm glad I still have about an hour before Joyce gets here. Give it a chance. Well, hello, chesty trains. Wie geht's, wie steht's? Okay, maybe having 3 things smoking at once wasn't the best idea down here. Oh. Full dump. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that 220, I'm going to have to refill it already. It went through it fast. In model trades, you can juice up as much as you want, unlike bodybuilding. No, you can't juice up as much as you want because eventually they overfill and then they don't work. But what do you guys think of this angle on the floor cam? For the UK trades. Although this is actually going to become just a DC layout because I might be picking up, well, I'm picking up some DC German trains, and I'm also probably going to be picking up an American DC locomotive that I can run on this track as well. So this may no longer be just UK. It'll be a DC. And then I'll just run a split of like one UK and one German or American. The problem is the trains would be going the same direction if I wanted to keep it accurate. So Dirk is still at work. Sorry, Ifo, did that just catch your ears? No, not that one. Let's go to this one again for a couple of seconds. Oh, let's turn that diesel sound off for a bit. Ifo, you probably heard me mention it last week, and I mentioned it at the start of the stream today. I have bought someone's entire German train collection. I don't want to go into all the details, but it's a large collection. It's the person that has my original ICE3 and gave me my ICE1, and I got some other stuff from them as well. They needed to sell their collection, leaving the hobby, needed to sell their collection. They wanted it to go to someone or people that they knew would honor and respect it. And I said, well, how much of your collection could I get for X number of dollars? And he said, you can have the whole thing. And some of his collection is DC. So I think he's got some tricks. I think he's got some, it might be Roco or Piko. I don't know exactly. I won't know until I get the whole thing because a lot of them have been shelf queens for a while. So I have to take them and see what can run. Because even if some of it's AC analog, I will look into converting it to digital. But we'll go from there. We'll see. So it's supposed to arrive October 10th. That's what the shipping information says. Expected arrival is October 10th, but that's the day Joyce and I go to the UK. So I probably won't have it till we get back from the UK. And then I will do sort of a series of I might even just do a crazy live stream of unboxing because it's 7 boxes. And we're not talking 7 boxes. We're talking 7 large boxes. That's just it, Dino. It's not all 3-rail. Some of it is 2-rail. It's DC. So some of it is 3-rail analog, some of it is 3-rail digital, and some of it is 2-rail. I have a crap load of pictures. Unfortunately, I don't have them on this. And even then, I don't think I have. I've got pictures where some of the trains are there, but he didn't do full pictures of just that train. He tried to highlight some, but I've got like 30, 35, 40 pictures of the collection. And even then, there are still. So it's rolling stock. So I'm going to get some flatbeds. A lot of it's not my official eras, but some of it is. But there's also some beautiful collector pieces. There's the, I think it's the Märklin Lufthansa Express with the Class 103. Oh, it's not free. It's not free, Raymond. I paid for it. The biggest thing is based on his collection, because I've seen pictures of it before and kind of knew a lot of what he had. I didn't think my offer would be accepted for everything. I was just saying, what can I get for this amount? And he just said, you can have the whole collection. The Trix Express will be 3-rail DC. Well, again, we'll figure it out. But again, I always have to distinguish. To me, when I say DC, that means 2-rail. You know, a lot of people use DC for analog, but I will say DC for 2-rail and AC for 3-rail. So my brain kind of goes, wait a minute, how can it be DC and 3-rail? Because 3-rail's AC. But we'll find out what can work on my Märklin track and what can't. I'm going to set up a test track with my other controller. I've got my 2 mobile stations here connected to this, but I've also got a Delta controller. Or not Delta. I've got their analog controller. So I'll test everything out. Your best mate down the road is having all yours. Yeah, I'm just sorry you haven't been able to hit the live streams when I have run it, because it has run a few times since I got it from you. It's a wonderful train. I was very pleased. I got the lights. When I got it, we had to do some adjustments on it because the lights were not working well, and I've got the lights working on it. It runs well. It's a beauty. Trix Express was 3-rail DC. Well, that's just crazy, Chesty Trains. Who would do something like that? Well, obviously Trix would. So you could run 2 trains at the same time. All right. See, I learned something today. 3 trains if you use the catenary powered ones. Yep. Okay. See, this is where I'm limited, man. I only know basic 3-rail and basic 2-rail. So somebody made something that was 3-rail, but could run on 2-rail track. Weird. But there it is. It's all good. And isolate the slider. But now you're just getting... See, that's the stuff. This is what you know when you grow up with this stuff. This is what you know when it's a part of your life. And for me, it's just something I got into here a few years ago, and I'm still learning. That's why it's so awesome to have Jean Ricard or Ifo or Raymond and other pros to educate me on these aspects I don't know. And then when it comes to UK trains, all these UK gents that can help me out. And then I've got my buddy Randall Ellison who will educate me on American trains as we go along. Okay, I think I turned off the smoke on the 50, so okay. But that Rheingold never did start smoking, darn you. What the heck's your problem? You get smoking, buddy. Made 3-rail N scale. Two DC trains on 3-rail. There you go. A class 56 DC for you to take back as a Getz gift. Save paying the tax. Well, there you go. The number one thing I'm looking to bring home from Getz. Well, let's do it in order. All right. Here is the pecking order. Number one, I need to get the last Hornby Beetle album, Wagons, which is like they did Please Please Me and Meet the Beatles as one car. And then they did another car with the Red and Blue albums, the greatest hits albums that were released in 73. And then it's Abbey Road and Hard Day's Night. That might be it. That might be the last four. And I'm mad that they put Please Please Me and Meet the Beatles, or not Meet the Beatles, With the Beatles. The American cover of that was called Meet the Beatles because it was the first American album, the official first American album, but technically two other companies had released versions of the album Please Please Me. So anyway, don't want to get into all that. So I'm mad that they did the first two Beatle albums on one car. That feels like a ripoff. You didn't have to do the greatest hits. But I need those four. And then secondly, depending on price and other things, I could go for a Class 37 Euro Phoenix or what had the Euro Phoenix livery, because of all the 37s, that's probably my favorite is the Euro Phoenix livery. Sorry to all the people who love all the other 37s, but the Euro Phoenix is my favorite 37 livery. So again, just to have a Class 37 so I can feel like I'm cool with all the UK guys, all the Brits. I also wouldn't mind, again, cost being, I would love to get a Dapple Class 68 in either a direct rail service livery or the Transpennine Express livery. But if I get in the Transpennine Express, I want to get some matching coaches. And then now you're talking... Well, that's the nice thing, Leslie. Joyce and I are packing all our stuff. It's only a weekend, so we're packing all our stuff in like duffel bags. So technically, I can still take a suitcase because one of the duffel bags could be a carry-on. So I can have a suitcase just for the stuff I'm taking over and bringing back. Yeah, old Hornby had a 3-rail system. I know that. I've learned that. Trying did 3-rail, I believe, too. But again, the nice thing is I will be with people who can say, Anthony, stay away from that. That's way too much. Don't buy that. I can get it for you for $30 or $40. I don't know. Maybe Brian Finn's got something on his channel. Well, Leslie, I got this Class 220. And I've got a couple of other diesel locomotives that can shake this basement already. Yeah, Graham, we arrive in London 6:15 a.m. Then we have to catch the tube to Euston Station where we catch our Avanti. Or actually, it's a Midlands, I think it is. Western Midlands, something like that, which is a 50-minute train ride from Euston Station up to Milton Keynes. So we are planning on being at Milton Keynes sometime around noon, give or take an hour. Then we'll probably have to fetch a taxi from Milton Keynes Station up to, depending on how far it is to walk, since Joyce and I will only have duffel bags, we might just say, to hell with it, we'll walk. So if somebody's getting there Friday after, early Friday, noonish, getting into Milton Keynes, and you see two Americans walking with their duffel bags, you can stop over and pick us up, Well, that's cool, Derek. I wish I could do that. Yeah, so, Joyce and I will be in Milton Keynes about noon. Well, I'll tell you what. Wow, by golly, I can look it up on my phone and tell you with my Advanti West Coast app. Oh, my apologies. We'll be arriving at Milton Keynes at 10:37. So an hour and a half earlier. It's a 41-minute train ride. We arrive at 6:15, and then we got to get through security, pick up our bags, and then we got to take the tube, and the tube's like an hour and 10 minutes from, because we got to do a couple of changes. Because I don't know what terminal we're arriving at, but to get from Heathrow, because isn't terminals 4 and 5 international arrivals? But we arrive, then we got to get through it, so that usually takes from the time we arrive, and then it's an hour and 10 minutes of tube riding, and we've already got Oyster cards, and they've already got money on them from our last trip. We're used to walking along. Oh, hey, we disconnected and reconnected there for a second. What's up with that? There is a little bit of a haze in the camera angle with all the smoke I had been pouring. That camera's up on the ceiling, so yeah, there's a smoke haze in here. Your eyes aren't messing with you, and it's not a bad camera. There is smoke from the 2 steamers and that diesel. But there's those UK trains. Well, I got to get a couple of cameras back up on this one, but I can't do it in this one. All right, so take a taxi. Okay. Hey! Eric and Billy and everybody at Von Don Eisenbraun. Hello! Vorfeitag Ihnen. Euch Ihnen. Yeah, it said my chat disconnected and then reconnected, so I don't know if there was a dropout. All right, let's change some cameras again. Let's see. See, I do like this view, but the only downside is it's empty a lot. But now and then you get all 3 trains coming through. Well, hello and welcome in. British Railways enthusiast. And I will answer your question just a second, but first, welcome to my live stream. And I declare you a Knight of the Rhomboid Table. You are now a Knight of the Rhomboid Table. You may post a link to your channel and everything else. Now, what's my opinion of N-Gage? N-Gage is awesome. It is, with my shaky arthritic hands, it's not the gauge for me, but I often fantasize it with the space I have in my basement. If I had done N-Gage, how amazing it would have been to have those You know, N gauge is perfect. O gauge, double O is perfect. HO is perfect. I don't have a gauge that I think is superior. I mean, HO to me is a happy medium. HO double O is a happy medium because they're not too big, so you can run small layouts in small places. And yet they're big enough that you can really get into detailing. But with the technology today, N scale is so well detailed, so beautiful. N scale trains are detailed today better than HO and double O trains were 30, 40 years ago. So I think N scale is wonderful. I'm not biased against it at all. I don't run it personally, but it was definitely a thought there. And it was just my own issue with my hands and trying to hold small things that talked me out of it. And as it is, I wound up doing 3-rail, which really made me crazy. Let's go to the multi-view for a while so you can see everything going on. You have German N-gauge locomotives with coaches. That's cool. And that's what I like about N-gauge even more than HO in one regard. Although technically it only applies to me in the 3-rail AC version. Is that so many guys I know that run N-scale. My friend Eric from A&C Life Journey. He is into high-speed trains. He doesn't model a nationality. He's got German ICEs. He's got Eurostars and HSTs from the UK. He's got Japanese Shinkansens. He's got Amtraks. He's just high-speed trains, and he runs them on his Kato pre-bedded track, his Unitrack or whatever it's called, and he loves it. Colin from Woodthorpe International has a beautiful layout that he's doing. One part is Japanese, and then he's got a UK part, and then a European part. So he can run N-scale trains. So in some ways, I think N-scale makes it easier to collect multinationals, although I think if you're HO2 rail, HODC, then it's probably almost or just as easy. You guys can debate that. But it just seems to me that guys that really want to do multinationals, N-scale's the way to go. I mean, it just seems easier to get. But of course, N-scale has, which N-scale are we talking? Japanese, UK, or United States? So I hope that answered your question. I no longer have an N-scale locomotive. My friend Stefan in Norway, and Stefan, if you ever watch this, we miss you coming in. Skål, my brother. Take care. But anyhow, he gave me an N-scale locomotive of I believe it was a 232. No, I'm sorry. It was a 216. My bad. It was a 216. And he said I could have it or pass it on if I wasn't going to use it. I had it. I thought it was an awesome gift, but I gave it as a gift to Ray for his N-scale layout last year because I thought he would enjoy it even more than me because he would get to run it where I never got to run it. So that's the only reason I gave it away. It went to somebody who was going to use it. Oh, and Des, how could I forget your awesome N-scale layout too? I apologize about that, Daz. And I hate it when I leave somebody out. Daz, you've got a great N-scale layout and beautiful collection. But you're all UK, aren't you, Daz? Because you got the Azuma, gorgeous. And some other high-speed trains as well. But yeah, you do N-scale. Colin does Woodthorpe. He's N-scale. And I'm going to feel bad for all my friends that run N-scale, and I'm forgetting them. There's Stefan's Mobavelt in Germany. He runs a N-scale German layout, which is pretty cool. Hey, Kevin Collins, welcome in. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. You are now a knight of the rhomboid table. Welcome in, welcome in. Knights of the rhomboid table, you are now entrusted with your own blue wrench or spanner, however you want to refer to it. And you can post links to your channel or any friend's channel as long as it's train. It can be model train, hobby related. It can be rail fanning. It can be comedy. We just avoid politics and religion. No politics, no religion. Not even specific political jokes. We keep, or even, you know, some non-offensive religious jokes, but the best thing is when you don't know all that stuff about your friends, you find out you can actually be friends with people that have different views than you. And that you find out there's a lot of things you can like about each other until you throw up those walls of that stuff. And trust me, my wife and I are very politically opinionated. Anybody who's seen me on Facebook knows I'm very politically opinionated, but that's my real world. This is my escapism. This is me hanging out in the coolest pub in the world, my basement, with the coolest people in the world, the people that actually seem to have no life other than to come and hang out with me on a Friday for a couple hours, which makes me feel wonderful. Well, thank you for that. I will check your channel out and likewise subscribe. Behave, Alan. Behave. Like I said, no jokes. I don't say this in a competitive manner. I just say it as a statement of truth. I am lucky. I have a large basement. My kids have grown up and moved out. My youngest will be 30. My oldest is older than that. And I had a basement and I got into model trains and my wife said, just take the basement. I started on a small 4x8. I started on my kitchen table and then I put up a little 4x8 table. Then it was 4x10, then it was 4x18, and then it was 4x22. And then it was tear it down and build this crazy monstrosity version 1. And then I rebuilt it into version 2 that we now have. So if any of you guys want to have a rough idea of what my layout looks like, first of all, I'll give you the live view. So this is how big it is. And I am the first person to admit how lucky I am to have this space. Now, mind you, this basement is half the size, is half my house. It's actually a very small house, but it's a big basement. But be that as it may, I do have this big basement where I can run my trains. I'm not a big scenery. I do have a crap load of scenery I've built over the years. I do have plans to someday build more, but I'm a lazy SOB. Well, that's one of the reasons I'm an outsider, British rail enthusiast, if I don't know your first name or haven't learned it yet. Hey, Brian Finn, what day are you going to be at, Warley? By any chance, are you going to be there Saturday morning? Yeah, you have to go back and watch that silly video we did a long time ago, our 2-year anniversary video. Well, it keeps them out of the living room running joke. Well, at least it keeps them out of the living room. Yeah, there you go, Alan. Yours are 49 and 46. Mine aren't quite that old. But, yeah, I'm an American. who did not grow up into trains. My last train set was a gift for Christmas in 1969, and I was done playing with it by Christmas of 1970. And it was an old Tyco Santa Fe Super Chief F7 and some just little cars and a couple little like signposts and things that you could stick on the side of the track. And it just wasn't my thing. So I didn't grow up with trains. I didn't grow up with trains really in the family. I had an uncle that I guess worked in the train industry, and he loved to go to train shows. He had a layout. He had a small layout in his basement. My Uncle Herb, he was a cool guy, and he would let us watch it. And I thought it was cool that my Uncle Herb had a layout, but I never thought, ooh, I want to do this someday. And long story short, in my 50s, I had been taking my students to Germany, and we always traveled by train. I fell in love with train travel. I bought a model train to remember my traveling in Germany, and then the addiction set in. So this side is called the Delmenhorst side. It is based on a town in Germany called Delmenhorst in der Nähe von Bremen, in the area of Bremen, near Bremen. It's about 10 kilometers west. Or is it? I forget if it's 10 miles or 10 kilometers. I'll say 10 kilometers. It's 10 kilometers west, pretty much due west of the Altstadt of Bremen. And my students would visit there for 3 weeks every June. It was our sister city, so we set up an exchange program. And so I scratch built the station and the bus terminal. And then I just bought buildings that I thought looked kind of like what you would see, and I've arranged them somewhat the way they look there. Yep, Bremen-Oldenburg area. It's about 9 miles west of Bremen and 15 miles east of Oldenburg. So it's not quite in the middle between them. But I've been to Oldenburg many times, Bremen all the time. But Delmenhorst, oh, Daz, youngest is 10 months old. You soul. Oh, I remember those days. So you're having a honeymoon at Getz. That's cool. Well, here's the thing, Raymond. I watch all you guys on a 75-inch TV. So like when Alan posts his naughty video today, that woman was like literally standing in my living room. When Alan posted his little naughty video the other day, I'm not seeing an HO figure. I'm seeing an actual life-size woman in my living room. I understand that, and I think that's cool. I don't think I do try to live myself. I'm based on Germany, but I run an American Amtrak train on this layout. Okay, it's a false flag. It's an Amtrak train, but it's one that never actually existed. It's a German ICE-3 in the Amtrak flag colors. I'll probably run it next week. I'm probably going to do a multinational show, but I do Austrian, well, German primarily with Austrian and Czech, because I have done a lot of travel in those three countries. Mostly Germany, but I've been in the Czech Republic, or Czechia now. You don't even say Czech Republic. It's Czechia now. I've been in Czechia 3 times. Germany way too many times. I shouldn't say too many because I'm going back. And Denmark and Luxembourg are getting added to the list this year. Or not this year. My wife and I have been to the UK once. We spent 4 weeks in the UK in 2022. And we're going back to the UK for a weekend in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, we will be in the United Kingdom at Warley Saturday morning, Getz Saturday afternoon, and Sunday. Hey, DJ Scania Rig Rider, welcome in. You'd blame your new camera. We meet again. Well, you know, that's pretty easy, DJ Scania. If you come into my live stream, it would be pretty weird if you came to meet me or came to my live stream and I wasn't here. Now, granted, there's a couple of people that actually would be happy if it was just Joyce and not me, but those pervs have been dealt with. What's only half an hour from Delmenhorst? I missed that. Because Oldenburg is, yeah, about 20 minutes by train. Joyce and I have a honeymoon anytime we get out of the house. All right, because I was about to give you an official finger wag. The Netherlands, yeah, the Netherlands. We've been to the Netherlands. We went to Groningen. Joyce and I spent a day with our students in Groningen in the Netherlands, just to say we went to the Netherlands. Someday we will tour more extensively. I would like to go to Amsterdam and as well as maybe Rotterdam and some other places. But we'll see what life lets us do. We are lucky that the hard times that we worked our way through when we were in our 20s, 30s, and even into our 40s have paid off. That now that I'm retired and a lot of things are paid off, we can afford to travel every summer. We can afford to, I mean, we can't tour the world, so to speak. But in fact, the only reason we made it to Australia this year was because we had the money left over from having to cancel our Getz trip last year. So we had that money, so we took the money we normally spend on a flight and just combined it with the money that was already there for Getz, and that was how we were able to afford to go to Australia. Plus, we lived rent-free with Artie. Artie didn't charge us any money living with him. Although I forced him to let me chip in for gas and some stuff there. Go to Utrecht and the Spoorweg Museum. That would, well, there are so many places. There are so many places. All right, Graham, again, I will contact you probably via Facebook if that works for you after 1 p.m. UK time. So that would be, well, 7 a.m. America time. So that's not a problem. Well, 8 a.m. America time. You've not been to Asda and Liverpool then. No, but sounds like I need to go there. Well, hi there, Michael. Sir Michael. Great to have you here. Sir Graham, take care. Yes, I will contact you. Just look for your messaging. I'll try to send it at a time where it wouldn't wake you up. But it'll probably be through Facebook Messenger. I should still have your text phone number information, but I'll double check. But that, at least I know on Facebook I can contact you, and we'll do it that way. Make a new tab. Now let's see what. Come on, open, says me. Open, open, open. Oh, for goodness sake, open. Oh, you have a beautiful header on your channel already. Wow, Dan. Your name is Dan, British Railway Model Enthusiast. That's a beautiful picture of the Mallard there. And I've been there. I haven't been in the Mallard, but I have stood right where you took that picture from and taken a picture of the Mallard. That's where I got this shirt. With the Mallard on it. I had to look and see where it was. There it is. All right. So, bam, there you go. And again, I just closed it. Let me redo that. Bada bing, bada boom. The best thing you can do, railway enthusiast, is I'll do it for you here, but you can post a link to your channel. This is British Railway Enthusiast. He's a small channel, looks like. I think I saw 43 subscribers. But if you guys want to check out his channel, he's got a beautiful picture of the Mallard. Looks like he's got a layout going on. I'll have to check some of the videos later. Of course, check everybody out. Of all the people on this channel, I'm the least important one you should check out. I don't care how many subs people have. I've got 2,000. That just means there's 2,000 people that need help. But I am about, when I look at your channel, I just want to see that you're having fun and that you're not knocking other people. There are some channels out there that they just feel the need to tell everybody else they're doing it wrong. And there are beautiful channels that have 80,000 subs and they are fun and they're great. And then there are channels that have 80,000 subs where the person's a complete, well, just go see my Train King. Again, if you did not watch our latest song parody where we did I know it has chapters so you can skip ahead, but there is a story to the video. The story is a fictional story of a guy that is into model trains, finally decides he's going to build a layout. And then, like so many people, somebody's trying to build a layout and all the experts come in and want to help. And they get in the way and they're taking the fun away. They get in the way, they're taking the fun away. And then he finally just kicks all the experts out and says, I'm just going to do it myself and just run my trains, because in the end, it's about having fun. It's not about how perfect your train is, or is everything prototypical? Is your scenics perfect? Is it weathered, not weathered? In the end, it's about the fun. But we create a character that the main character in the story, idealizes. It's a channel called The Train King. Now, there's about 50 channels on YouTube called Train King or The Train King. So it's not based on anybody, but it's the super arrogant, I'm the greatest, look at my layout, I'm superior to you, blah blah blah. And so there's a fantasy segment where we do that part, but then there's a just like the album has a hidden song at the end of the album, Abbey Road, Beatles Abbey Road, we have the same hidden song but about the Train King. So if you haven't seen our new song video, please go watch it. And leave a comment. More important, leave a comment. Very few likes and very few comments on this one. Yes, you have 9,000 subs. So instead of asking me to subscribe to your channel, you should be getting your 9,000 subs to join my channel so I can get all big-headed and say, look how many subs I have. I shall rule the internet world of model railway. You shall all bow down before me and kiss my rings. I've done my channel has grown. The biggest boost my channel ever had was when you gave me that Christmas present, Al. When you gave me that Christmas present, which just set everything on another, I had a huge boost, 300 subs in a week and a half period. Other than that, I actually grow at a very consistent pace since that time. But again, yeah, I have 2,000 subs, but I don't feel like a channel with 2,000 subs, because what does it mean? To me, the only important people are the people where I can comment on their videos and they reply to my comments and watch my videos and comment on my videos. We talk to each other that way. And if I can see them in their live streams and talk to them, I need more personal connection. I can't be subscribed to a channel just because everybody's subscribed to that channel, no matter how great it is. if I don't have a personal connection. I mean, I look for people that have fun with what they do. And everybody here from Andy, March West Junction, to Dino, to Brian Finn, Alan at Dragon Junction, it doesn't matter how many subs everybody has. They have fun with what they do. And they never say a negative word about anybody. They do their thing. They're live and let live, and that's what turns me on a channel. Somebody's just having fun. And so when you watch Andy at March West Junction, he has fun with what he's doing. Good information, great model builder, great layout guy. But that's not what makes him appealing. It's that he has fun and he's a genuinely nice person. Hey, there's Greg. Well, unfortunately, Greg, your channel was just starting to grow, and then life threw a nasty. Well, see, I'd use an American baseball term, a curveball at you. Kind of makes it hard, because the way you grow your channel is being able to get out and talk to other channels and post videos. You know, go to live streams, get to know people, comment on videos, post videos as you can. But, you know, and speaking of end scales, there's Greg. Greg is in the process of remodeling his layout. But you go back and watch some of his old videos, and this dude, he's got some, and I'm going to use the word groovy. He's got some groovy light functions he sets up in his N-scale buildings. Another great N-scale guy is High from H&H Express. He's got an awesome layout in his house. In the summer, he does his caravan layout, or what we call camper trailer. But he's got his caravan layout. So there's another great N-scaler, but Greg is an amazing guy with that as well. And again, we had the distinct honor of meeting Greg and his wife, Heather, and even having a meal with them. It was such a joy, an honor, privilege to meet you. I'm going to always say that. And I hope Heather is better. I hope this is getting set up as well. I have said this too many times, but you can never say it enough. If you watch Dragon Junction's channel, when he starts laughing, if you don't laugh with him, check your pulse, you're probably dead. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't remember when I joined Alan's channel. I just watched his video. He got the giggles going, and I just said, this is cool. I'm going to watch more. And almost every episode giggles. But then, like a lot of people, there was negativity comes into some of these channels. People start demanding from you, and they want something from you. They start pulling at you. The negative critiques come in, and there comes a point where you get sick of them. And Alan had a time where he stepped away, and then he came back. A few years ago, he ended his channel and then came back, which is why it's now Dragon Junction Mach 2 or Mark 2. And when he was Mark 2, I would comment on his videos and he would reply. But I have this guilty thing is that he had a friend at the time, a Colonel something, I can't remember. And the Colonel something said something kind of nah about Americans, and my American pride got up, and I went, got into a little bit of a tippy-tap war over that comment, saying not all Americans are like that, damn it, blah, blah, blah. And Alan deleted the little both sets of comments. You know, so the first time I think I ever came into Alan's vision was in a negative way, because he had to delete me arguing with another guy on his, and that was the last time I argued with somebody on a tippy-tappy, not on my channel. You made it. Oh, don't do that. I was just kidding. I want people to only come to my channel because they like the stupidness of my channel. I want people to come for the trains and stay for the songs and the Matt Clark stuff. But we all know some people are here just for the boobs, and the boobs are late. Well, not yet. She's got 9 minutes. Exactly. And that's where Joyce and I are very pleased. Joyce and I seem to have good taste in people, because anybody from the internet we choose to meet proves to be even nicer and better in real life than we see them on the camera. And then there are some people you never really see. They don't post a lot. But we've had a chance to meet some of those as well. I'm helping you with your shorts. I've never touched your shorts. And like Daz, I haven't met Daz yet, but just from his videos, he's the type of guy I know could hang out at a pub. Yeah, and yeah, Dirk, sharing the hobby. Some people come to YouTube to educate. You know, they have that attitude. I'm here to teach you and show you what I can do. Other people come to say, here's what I do. What do you do? And other people come to say, wow, that's cool. I like that. I came to YouTube to find people. Just it was not a dating site. I'm happily married with Joyce, but it was the opposite. I was looking for that friend zone. All my friends were dropping dead, and now I'm in this hobby, and I don't know anybody locally that I'm really like connecting with. And then I start meeting people on YouTube from around the world. They're like, oh, wow, I dig your trains. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it took me a couple of years on YouTube to find myself. But I found myself is when a lot of people quit my channel, is because I stopped doing the serious Märklin stuff and the old original show, and I started all the comedy stuff. I started doing the songs and the Matt Clark. The live stream started first, and then quickly the songs and the Matt Clark stuff came after that. But I am much happier with my channel now, because I won't say the other me's were fake, but I felt like I was trying to tunnel myself into a certain place where now I've built a place and said, this is my home. You can come in and share it with me, or you don't have to. Exactly, Raymond Legs. Funny, a man talking about shorts with the last name Legs. Christmas holiday plan. Uh-oh, somebody said, well, I do not see myself as spinning. Did we spin for a bit, my friends? Because I suspect, yeah, Brian, I know a lot of people love the Ghost of 2015. The problem is it became difficult to keep writing new stuff. But also the death of the Ghost of 2015 was because I stopped working on my layout. The whole point was the Ghost was nagging me to work, and I would then work and then show the Ghost what I did. I haven't done anything in 4 years. And now what little I've done, I don't feel inspired to do. The Ghost of 2015, I even tried to spruce it up when I brought in, I don't know if anybody remembers Dr. Zaius, the ape from the future. I did that. I started having the three of them, me and the two Dr. Zaius, the ape bantering. I introduced Dr. Zaius as a joke in one video. And then I decided to bring back my Model Train Outsider show, and I added him as an additional character. And then it just became trying to come up with the interplay and then film the interplay, because Dr. Zaius required a lot of work and it was hard work to edit him into videos. Finding track plans. Chris, on my show, you never miss anything important. I'm just talking about myself and other channels. Well, the other channels are important. But, you know, and the thing is, it's not a false humility. I have a huge ego in a lot of things, just not anything connected to the model train world. When I do videos where I talk about like the Märklin system, I can come across as very direct and very knowledgeable because I was a teacher for 36 years. I had to stand in front of people. I had to stand in front of politicians. I had to stand in front of administrators and look professional. And then as soon as they left the classroom, I went back to, hey, kids, blah, blah. My students knew when state evaluators and investigators were in because Mr. Dodge suddenly acted slightly different. And so then they would try to just sneak in, but you'd always hear him down the hall. Oh, okay, guys, got to get serious now. Well, you're welcome, British Railway enthusiast. Hopefully we'll get you growing more and more. And that's how I am, Greg. It's the friendships. You get talking to people in various chats or commenting on each other's videos. And I'll admit, I rarely carry on a conversation on a video comment. Like I will say, Leslie, that was an awesome, amazing video, blah, 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 blah. And Leslie will type, oh, thank you, Anthony. I really enjoyed it. Now, I should go back and respond to what Leslie said and keep the conversation going, but I don't because I'm on somebody else's video say, wow, that was really cool. I like how you did this and blah, blah, blah. And I never have time to go back and continue conversations. So now I have people that will call me, and I'm very bad about calling them, but so Jean Ricard always calls me. Now, my friend Christopher, we now have Wednesday about 1 o'clock my time, 6 p.m. his time. He calls. Sometimes it's closer to 2. But we've scheduled a phone call, a video chat where we talk for 2 or 3 hours every Wednesday. I don't call Jean Ricard because I don't know when he's working. And with Alan is retired like me. I should call him more often. I really should because he always calls me when he calls. I should be calling him, but I'm always scared I'm going to interrupt. Nobody's going to interrupt me here. Most of the time. Joyce is at work. I'm home alone. The only time you're likely to interrupt me is on the weekend because that's where Joyce is like, okay, it's Saturday. You're mine. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going here, and we're going to take care of that. And then Sunday we have the family over. That's very true, Dirk. A lot of, not just Fleischmann stuff, a lot of that, it's worth more at the scrap yards than it is what they're selling it for. But like my trains today aren't, well, the Rheingold going in front of you right now, that is prototypical. That's prototypical, although technically it's missing another baggage car. I would love, and maybe when I'm in Germany, I'm going to, because they never sold an additional baggage car for that set. They made a set where they sold the 4 passenger cars and 2 baggage cars, but they never sold the 1 baggage car solo that I'm aware of. Maybe they did and I missed it. But I would like to get the additional blue baggage car to put behind the locomotive because the one I've got is specifically designed to be at the end. And then, so nobody else, well, no, I shouldn't say that. The Horst Express is kind of prototypical. That's coming around right now. It's highly unlikely that an ocean blue and beige locomotive pulled that rake of cars, but it's not 100% improbable. Because those cars would have been running into the 70s. But I doubt they would have had that. But my BR50 is pulling the beer cars. Lilliput does? All right, I will look into that. Thank you for that. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Yeah, you only join because there are no rail fatties. Yeah, I mean, for a while, what's her name? The Angel of Crew, Rachel. Am I getting her name right? Was it Rachel? She did live rail fanning, and her channel exploded. She went from like 500 subs to 4,000 subs real fast when she was doing all that live rail fanning. But then personality conflicts developed, and she quit doing it for a while, came back, quit doing it for a while. I don't know where it, but they were cool. I like to go in and watch the Azumas go by. I used to always type Zoom every time she caught an Azuma, because that's what I like, the high-speed passenger trains. Manshed Railroad. All right, so Derek says Lilliput sells a Rheingold baggage car. I am going to have to look at that. I better make a note of that, because my brain ain't going to remember that right now. So let me get my handy-dandy notepad. Lilliput. Rheingold baggage car. The only problem with that is it would probably turn... Would it affect the lights? I'm trying to remember if my Rheingold gets its lights from... Okay, so I'm assuming it has... No, the lights aren't turning off, so interesting. Okay. Lilliput does not color match. All right, good night, Kieran. Take care. Hey, Nancy. Hi, Herb in the background or in the garage. Herb is in the garage swearing as he's packing the last box. Oh, my. That's the big question, Nancy. Does he cuss in German or English or both? My aunt Frida would cuss in German, but everything else she spoke English, and had just when she had just the slightest bit of an accent. You most days you wouldn't even know she had a bit of an accent. It was just certain times, certain words, like if she was tired, then her accent would come back. Mick, the bar is finally open. Mick, you left us, and we never had an appointed secondary royal barkeep. Andy, my current neighbors, but they're moving. They will be gone within a couple of weeks. They've been there a few years, 8-9 years now. But they bought a bigger house because they've got 4 kids, and their house has 1 shower. It's a bathroom and a half. So they needed a house, and now they're moving into a house that has 3 bathrooms. They know, but they never came in to see it. My other neighbor knows I have a YouTube channel and a layout, but again, has never come in to see it. We get along with our neighbors great, but Sherry on this side has not been in our house in 20 years. maybe not that long. She's been on the front porch. She's been in the yard, but I don't know if we've invited her in and she has said no. And we's like, okay, we'll just stop inviting. Or if we just never, she was a cop. She worked third shift. We were teaching and gone. And, you know, we're very good neighbors. We get along. There's not like we don't get along. She's a really great person. We've been neighbors for 26 years. But she hasn't been in the house in a long time. And even then, I don't think she came past the kitchen. And the neighbors on the other side, the current ones, we've invited them over and they always said, well, someday, but they've got a bunch of little kids. So, you know, it's hard for them. He's a policeman as well. They were both police officers. So his schedule's weird. So we've invited them over a couple of times and it was, well, we're busy this weekend. Let's try to set another date. And it never happened. And now 9 years later, they're moving. Yes, and British Railways, I could give a firm across the pond thumbs up to Brian and Mr. X's shop. Although I do know Mr. X's real name. That's what you get when he sends you an email. Okay. But anyhow, let's go to it. Nope, wrong camera. Okay. So, right now, if you look, there is a Duchess of Sutherland LMS trade. That is a nice little loco we bought from Brian's shop. Made it all the way across the United States. And then over in the corner, you could slightly see a Class 43 HST. That is from Brian's shop and runs very nice. Runs very nicely. Yeah, trust me, I hate it. But I got to sort out why my OBS is not working. I'm trying to figure out if it's my... Because, yeah, I do have internet, but for some reason... Just some reason, the last week or so, things have stopped working. Shankerla for me, Mick. Okay. It's karaoke time. Oh, you don't want me doing karaoke. Just go listen to my videos where I sing. Especially like the 4 in a row where Joyce refused to sing them, so I had to sing them. Okay. I admit, I actually was kind of pleased with how you got another train coming. Whoops. You guys didn't want to see that. That was the GoPro camera, but I don't have the GoPro on. You'll go for the house wine. Ooh, he's going for the wine. Try our house wine. It's made right here in the house, specifically in our own bathtub. Now, we can't confirm whether Uncle Willie takes baths in there while we're making the wine or not. But that's where we make our house wine. No, Tom Couples, no. We are not singing YMCA. I made it through the disco years, and I hated disco. And anybody bringing back any popular disco songs will be taken out and horsewhipped. You'll be shot and asked to leave the country. Let's see who's coming up next. Burgers sound good, yeah. So here it comes. We're just following this P8 around. So now you see it coming at you up the ramp. Into Delmenhorst Station, where it would never have been in its life ever. Pull out for the village view. And then back on the camera where we started. So there, we just followed that train around the layout. Yeah, the first ever raffle I won was a meat raffle in Australia. I have never won a raffle in my life. Never, never, never. And then we went to Australia, and the first full day we were there, we went to a sports club restaurant with Artie, and they had a meat raffle, and I won. It had lamb chops and bratwurst and schnitzels and some T-bone steaks in it. What's for dinner? Good question. I got to wait for Joyce if she ever shows up to get here. Where is she? She is now 12 minutes late again. God, she just can't get home on time on Fridays anymore. So let's message the woman. Because I never even heard her come in yet. That woman is working long hours at work this week. A Swiss veal sounds real good, but I'd have to make it myself, and I don't want to. Yeah, funny that you mentioned that, Ifo. I was just watching a video, and I can't remember what channel it was, but it was today. And it was talking about these locos that went to Oldenburg, that they would go to Oldenburg, or they were put together in Oldenburg, whatever it was, and they mentioned the Lentz valves. And my brain was like, wow, those locos might have gone through Delmenhorst. And I was trying to figure out what was the loco. And I can't remember I can't remember the channel off the top of my head. And I can't remember a 54. Does that make sense? Was it a class 54 they were talking about? Was there a class 54 in the German steam world? You're going to Stafford tomorrow. See you there. Well, I won't be. What's the weather like in Toledo? Oh, yeah, if you're flying over to Cancun. Yeah, the weather in Toledo, we are cloudy and in the 70s, or at least it was cloudy last I was outside. Got a Hennessy in my coffee, purely medicinal. Right. And Brian's taking off. All right. Good night, Brian, who shall be named Brian. Is it the 12th, 13th? Yeah, whatever that weekend is. Yeah, because we fly out the 10th. We arrive on the 11th, and then Getz is the 12th and the 13th. We will be at Getz the afternoon of the 12th and all of the 13th. Joyce responded with, "Where are you?" She said, "On my way." She doesn't say where. So I don't know if that means she's on her way home or on her way down here. I can't keep up with that woman, I tell you. That woman's all... Okay. Yeah, well, I'm just trying to remember what the video, which one the video was showing, because I was conducting business at the time. And so I wasn't fully paying attention. It was just the video that popped on. Because my YouTube was on autoplay. Well, there, I was about to click off of that, and then that guy came pulling through. So we'll let that guy go through first. There, we'll let them pass each other. Or even that way. Strangers in the night. La da 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 da. Strangers in the night. Hey, Sir Dominic, wie geht's? Wie steht's? It's great to see you there. You got something new. Let's see. The 54 did exist, but so Dominic, you bought a Jada Street Fighter themed 56 Ford F100. Well, you say great, but you know. Here's the problem, Dominic. Hier ist ein Problem. Sie haben Ford gesagt. Die Wörter Ford und Grey soll nie zusammen sein. Diese Wörter nie zusammen sollen sein. Uh-oh, we've got that crazy dude. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. Well, there you go, Dominic. See, now you're learning. Dodge. Dodge is where it's at. So Tom and Jerry Dodge, good. Ford F100. No, it's great that you got it. But sorry, I'm a Dodge. We were brought up, there's one car company we hate above all others, and that's Ford. We Dodges hate Ford. If you came to the family reunion driving a Ford, you might have been kicked out of the family. And you would have been told to park your car somewhere else. Wow. See, those are amazing stories, Andy. It was half a weekly wage. Your first train set. Yeah, I'm at the Doubletrees Hotel beginning Friday. Joyce and I will be at the Doubletrees Hotel 11 o'clock your time Friday. 11 o'clock UK time. Well, let's say 11:30 because we arrive at Milton Keynes at 10:30. No, 10:57. So it'll take us some time to get up to. Take us a few minutes to get up there. Oh, so you wrote them another letter. You can't miss it, Mick. It's Attila Varga, the Hungarian Hun, the scourge of Europe, the scourge of God. What did the Romans call Attila? They called him the scourge of God. Yeah, Mick, if you come to it, just look, because Joyce and I are likely to get arrested. They made a 124 Jackson Storm from, Dominic, my grandson was like a year and a half ago, he was big into the Cars, the movie Cars. And we watched them over and over and over again. And now it's like, hey, Cayenne, you want to watch Cars? No. He's got a 155 Jackson Storm and a 155 Tater and Lightning McQueen. And that's all. Now, at his home, He's got a bunch of it. He's also got a bunch of Thomas the Tank Engine stuff at his house. And he knows them. It blows me away because I don't really know them. And he brought one over. It says, Opa, James is broken. Can you fix James? And I did. Just appropriate super glue in the right places, and I fixed his James. And he was so happy. You know, the cutest thing in the world is my grandson looking at me after I do something nice and goes, Opa, I love you. That's the cutest thing in the world right now. Yeah, they did fear him, but in the end, they beat him. The Battle of the Catalonian Plains, they beat him. Oh yeah, Plot Deutsch and Dutch are basically the same language. It's Dutch to you. No, I was just telling him, I'm sorry, I was speaking German. I was just telling him that the word Ford and great never belong in the same sentence together. He was talking about how he had this Ford F-100 truck he bought, and he said, you know, it was he got this great new model, and then he said it was a Ford, and I said you can't use the word great and Ford in the same sentence unless you want to say a great big piece of junk. Then you can use Ford in that sentence. Right there? Hang on. Joyce is going to back me up on this.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
All right. Here she is, the lady. She's late.
Yes.
We will have to come up with an appropriate punishment for you being late. I suggest some spankings, but... Oh, that grimace. All right, so quick. Joyce.
Yes, love.
Is this behind the times again? Hang on. Let's get while you're on camera. You're going to start saying hi to everybody. But before you say hi to everybody, what's one of the first things you had to learn as a Dodge? Like cars. What's one of the first things you had to learn?
Dodge like the car.
Yeah, we've already done that joke. But what's the one car, the one brand of car in America you do not drive if you're a Dodge?
Anything foreign.
Well, no. Besides the American, I should say. What's the one American car company?
Ford, I'll stay with you.
Thank you. Yeah, but no, you ruined it. You were supposed to come back to work. Now you look like you've been coached. Yeah, because, Chris, and they call them Pennsylvania Dutch because when they asked them what they were, they would say Deutsch.
So, hi, Andy.
They would say Deutsch.
Hi, Colin.
And so they interpret it as Dutch. Of course, that's where the word
Andy,
Dutch comes from. It's the Germanic word Deutsch.
Hello, Alan.
I'm just going to
watch my feet. I noticed you were. But you wanted me to say, I need to say hi to everybody. So, hello, Attila. I know who you are. Hello, Mick. Attila, sorry. Hello, Ifo. Hello, British Railway enthusiasts.
2 weeks from today, we'll be doing this show from the UK.
Yeah. Hi, Vale.
Aren't you excited?
Sure. Oh,
you look so excited.
I am dead tired.
It's Friday.
I know.
Any Ford, Ifo, any Ford.
Well, yes, we know, because Henry Ford did not like the Dodge brothers, and that's what it is.
Yes, the Dodge brothers, that's our Dodge car company, were Ford's engineers. They actually
designed the Model T. You can do it better than you can. You need to leave. And they said, bye. Hi, Raymond. Hey, Monsville.
Hi, Monsville. Welcome back.
Hello, Dan, Bond, whatever it is. So, hi. Donzabon.
Yeah, Andy, over here, Ford is known as either fixed or repaired daily or a over-rebuilt Dodge.
Yeah, so no, he chased the Dodge brothers out. And they said, you can do better, get your own thing. And they said,
the Dodge brothers designed his first cars.
So, Mick, you're off to Getz too. Great, we'll meet you. It's wonderful. With your
Well, wait, Mick, you're 2 weeks early.
Yeah, a little too early to go.
I'm off the guts. No, wait, Mick, you got 2 weeks. You got time. You got time.
Yeah, you got time. I'm a little anxious about lesson plans, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's 2.5
Willie got a
days.
new train. Well, do tell Von Don Eisenbaum. What do you know?
Oh, that's nice.
See, there you go, Evo. A Ford built by Dodge.
Weird.
No.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
That was one of the great things in Australia. We saw a 1923 Dodge being towed, and Artie did everything he could to try to catch up with that guy, because I wanted to wait the guy down and said, look, you know, I'm a Dodge. That's my family's car you're driving. Give it to me.
We couldn't get it home from there.
Yeah, it's a long walk, so he's got to leave
so
now.
he's got to start now. Yeah, that's true. That's a long
Especially
walk.
if he's going to be drinking along the way.
Right.
And yeah, happy birthday, or I'm sorry, I don't say happy birthday. Happy Womb Liberation Memorial Day, Willie.
It's truly, it's what he
Or
does.
Billy. So anyhow, what kind of a new train did Willie get?
Right.
Will he tell us?
He really won't.
Or Eric will? Ha!
Ah,
That was a name pun.
yes it was.
One long pub crawl.
Okay, there you go. You got that right, Attila.
Oh, by the way, your medley is now also on your channel, but re-edited for you
Okay. Gotcha.
with outtakes. So yeah, you can also go watch the medley on Joyce's channel, and it's got outtakes.
Does it?
Yeah.
You're going, oh darn, because I messed it up again?
We had a couple little boops in there.
Oh darn, oh rats. Oh sugar.
That's what. See, I need to record you saying that, since you say it only about 2,000 times a day anymore.
I got a bunch of them, I say. You know, you do have to keep it.
Oh, sugar has become
You do
your
have
phrase.
to keep it PG when you have
sugar.
students.
Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar.
What can you say? I'm a creature of habit.
Yeah, but all the wrong habits.
Probably.
I'm setting off now.
You are
Pub
the
crawl to
reason.
Milton Keynes. There you go. Lego.
Yeah,
He got a Lego
true.
train.
Have
A
the
Lego
fun.
train.
Oh,
That's
you got a
cool.
Lego train. That's cool.
Tom
You are the
Couples, you are the reason I.
Yep.
Yes. Who is the reason? But yeah, you know, we didn't have the real rip-roaring funny ones, but just, you know, like the bits where the crazy fake Spanish lyrics.
I'll just pick them up now.
Mucho, mucho, chuchu loco.
British Railways asked what German steam locomotive are you running?
I am running a class 18. That's the blue one. That's a class 18.
Is that the only one? No.
I think it's an 18-3.
No, you have one back there too.
I've got 3 steamers running.
Oh, okay. It's a steamer day. Yeah, my T-shirt says you are the reason I love to teach.
You got to stand up and let them see the rest.
I'm not standing up. Okay, fine. I'll stand up. You are the reason I love to teach.
You had a camera right there.
I know, but it just wasn't there. So it's fine. Just a little mushiness for the kids. It was hard to buy it last year.
Then we have a
This
class
year's
50 and a class P8.
Who am I flying with to the UK? I am holding somebody's hand.
Well, hello, Andy Dobson. Wait, who asked you that?
Through Andy 81E.
Who are you flying with? Who else would she be flying with?
I have
She's
to,
only going to be my security blanket.
That's exactly right. Really didn't have to go, but I think some of you want to meet me, so I guess I should. So, that's why we need a suitcase.
For all the trains we're bringing home.
And What's our airline? We're on Delta. We just got on Delta for the mile points for the most part.
Yeah, I'm a part of the Delta thing, so now we try to fly Delta. But lately, Delta's been the cheapest.
Yeah, they're all right.
We would have done Air Canada, but Air
have done
Canada
Air Canada.
is a lot more expensive than Delta right now.
We were a little miffed with Air Canada when they stranded us in their airport.
In Toronto. In
Toronto
airport.
for a long time. Lots of underwear.
Lots of underwear?
Lots? Huh.
Wait, lots of underwear?
What are you inferring there, Attila? It got quiet.
It did.
They
got you talking underwear. It's going to get quiet.
Ah, sugar. No Emiratis or Etihad?
No Emirates or Etihad? No. I don't think. We would have to sell our house to be able to
hide the
Emirates.
banned trains. Oh. Anthony chartered an Airbus Super Guppy for his.
Yeah,
Wagons.
I think we're on an Airbus.
Yeah, it probably is. Can you run a sound-fitted German steam engine?
Which one of these is sound-fitted? I don't know if any of these three are sound-fitted. No, the BR50 has smoke, but it's not sound-fitted.
AC, or it can be easily converted to AC. British Railways.
And the
Oh, hi, Ian. No worries.
None of the German steamers I'm running right now
everybody.
have sound.
Okay.
Sorry.
Doesn't mean that you couldn't, as long as it could actually run on his track. So, yeah, that's the answer. So I checked to see if we had power back by turning your channel on briefly. Gave you a like.
All my steamers are digital, but not all of them have sound.
Yeah, right.
And unfortunately, all three on the layout right now do not have sound. Two of them smoke. And the ES...
yeah, Mick, we know. I think our biggest issue, of course, I'm still teaching, which means germs. And, all right, Monsville, take care. And then
all right, Monsville, see you again.
Kyan is in basically his first preschool situation, which means he's probably going to get sick a lot this year. So the nice thing was it was kind of warm, and so, you know, people are aired out, and it kind of helps. But with the weather change, lots of Kleenex, heavy coffee today, but I am not sick. I know I'm not sick. I can tell when I am. So I am not.
Don't believe it. She denies she's sick until she can't get out of bed.
Stay that way.
I'm not sick.
No,
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
It's just a little phlegm in the throat.
I'm fine. I don't know. You want to do take and shake tonight? We drive there?
Sure.
That sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
All right, steak and shake it is.
See if it's open, of course.
All right, I'll get the steak. Can you do the shake?
EFO's had torrential rain for almost 24 hours.
Well, I don't know if we'd want torrential rain for 24 hours, but a day of torrential rain would be nice.
Yeah, we're awfully dry. Now, Southern Ohio's in worse shape than we are, since he's getting 4 inches of rain with this.
Yeah.
And it's heavy rain, so it's going to run off a lot. Thank you, Mick. Thank you, Yankee. Send those great vibes.
Yeah, send those positive vibes. No haters sending negative vibes.
That's right.
You can send negative ions, but not negative vibes.
I mean, I will be very honest. It's just a little bit of a stress for us. But we are fully immunized now because we care and we're trying to make it there. So, yeah.
We got all our jabs.
Yep, all our jabs. So
we got the jibby jabs.
Yep.
We went on the tippy tap. We went on the tippy tap.
Good night, EFO. Yeah, we
jibby jabs.
Yeah, because we're trying to make it.
Good night, EFO. Thanks for coming in.
We are trying to make it. It takes to Mom. Why is your son not here? I arranged for someone to help him get through that test. He has to have gun die tomorrow. She said, well, he threw up this morning. Yeah, fine, keep him home.
Yeah.
Oh, Sniffly Boy says hello. Oh, Sniffly Boy better not make us sick. Ejaculated. Oh, my God. Really, buddy?
Cover your ears, everybody.
That's right. It's
that time.
It's the boy greeting. Okay.
Ready? Cayenne! Opa loves you!
Opa loves you!
Up, 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 up.
Let if he's sick, don't bring him next week. You know what I mean? You go pick him up. We don't want to be sick for our trip.
Well, next week would still technically be fine. It's the following week where we
no, I think we got to cut it off starting next week. And
yeah, like I said, he had a stuffy nose yesterday. It just came out of the blue.
No, it's wrong. He's going to get everything this year.
Yeah, those kids are going to bring everything in.
Probably means we're going to get everything too.
Whoa, Raymond!
Oh no, he's responding
yes,
to
I know.
Andy, and we laughed at him and said, "We don't fly that way, bud. Not on TV."
Not on TV. Not with my grandson here. You shameful, shameful people. My grandson is here.
No, light in here is very low. Cayenne. Long Eye Schwab.
No, I forgot what I was going to do, so now I got to wait for it to come around again. Where are you? Come here. Come here.
Are you putting some juice in it?
I want to put some juice in this one. This guy. You're going to hate me for it later.
I am?
Yeah.
Why?
You'll see if I get it filled up correctly. Where is my little vial and needle?
Your injector? Injector, not ejector. Injector. Let's get this right.
Of course, you remember that one Dodge T-shirt I had. Injection's nice, but I'd rather be blown.
I do not remember that. Is that one smoke?
Yes, it does.
I didn't think it did.
I had never used it, but I decided to try it today for
cool.
Shits and giggles, so to speak.
Indeed. Why don't you blow on it now, just to give it that extra encouragement?
You behave. You blow on it, see how encouraged it gets.
Oh, that wouldn't be rated well on this channel.
No, but it sure as fuck give me a lot of views.
Oh, man. Sorry, guys, I don't sit still. I won't sit still at the doohickey either. I'll probably take a lot of little walks.
We plugged her in trying to convince science that she is the world's perpetual motion machine that they claim can't be done.
Science doesn't buy it still.
Science refuses, but
she sleeps, which is true. I do. Outsider After Dark.
Oh, you got to do a sultry voice for that one. The Outsider.
Outsider After Dark.
Ooh, sends shivers down my spine. So,
as long as there's no ping pong balls. Want some? The train with a smile. All you have to do. Oh, wow, look at him go.
Yeah. Whoops. We should get this on the 11 lane quick.
He's a dual smoker. Yes. What the heck? Well, that's twice the fun.
Great. The one camera that would best show it isn't pointing at him right now.
It's true. It's not. You have to move him somewhere else.
All right, let's get him in motion here.
Or you turn it off of me. Why a dual smoker?
Because some diesels are.
I didn't know that. Well, I see the one train that went past him, but I don't see him. There he is. Can you see him smoking? There you can see it. That's a good one for right now. Oh, 2 engines. That makes sense. Thank you for explaining it scientifically to me. It just has 2.
This should be a good view of it, except the beer truck's in the way.
Yeah, you definitely see it smoking. How about that? That's new to me, man. Rivet counter incoming. The exhaust is the rear end of the Loco. Okay.
But both sides are smoking.
Yeah, they both are. So I'm buying the two engines.
And
considering it goes both ways.
This has a 1 on the front and a 2 on the back, 1 being the main cab, and it's 1 going forward.
Yeah.
So rivet counter, busted.
You've been river counted back.
We bust the rivet counters.
Whoa.
We know how to deal with rivet counters where I come from. What you gonna do when I get these pythons around you?
Yes, I got a unhappy parent email last night. He's not getting the help he needs. Well, you know, he should have been retained in 3rd grade, and you decided he'd be all right.
Katy Perry. See, I would have watched, but now Katy Perry singing no. Sounds like Jenny.
Yes, almost faster. Today's the big football match.
Is
MCG
it?
and Katy Perry singing.
Oh, is it the Australian Rules Football Championship, the Victorian Football League or Aussie Football League Championship?
I don't think we can get it.
Raymond, there's 1 and 2, and I have been informed by rivet counters that 1 means that's the primary front end, and 2 is the secondary end.
Yeah.
And it is going 1 first.
Ooh, it just smells though.
The grand final of Aussie Rules. There we go. See, I would love to watch that, but nobody's showing it here.
Yeah, we'd love to, but we don't get them anymore. All the stories about how we watched Aussie Rules.
I haven't watched a grand final
young.
in Aussie football in 30-some years because nobody shows it over here anymore.
Copy it, put it on YouTube, and we'll watch it. It was fun.
Wow,
man.
Sydney versus Brisbane.
It was fun. And, oh, okay.
Oh, it was great. It was on every night when we were in Australia.
In Australia, it was fun watching it. Like
and I could
live.
watch teams I had no vested interest in and just enjoy watching them play.
Just enjoy
but also
the game.
Trying to catch up with some of the rule changes because it's the first time I've been able to consistently watch.
You can watch it online on 7 Plus.
Oh, yeah, but you got to subscribe to it, I think.
Yeah, what's 7 Plus? We don't have that.
No, 7 was the network we watched. It was the one network we watched that the games are on. So 7 Plus is online. It's an Australian channel.
Oh, gotcha.
But I don't think... I think
you subscribe to it? You can look.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up.
Well, look, Atla.
You know who that is, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Oh, it's free. Okay. Well, there
cool.
you go. We'll look it up for sure.
Well, definitely. I will try to get it on my phone and then get it on the TV.
We like sports.
Because we've got internet. But it doesn't work as well. They do have a free option. That
is a stinky Loco.
Yes. That's why I said you would hate me for it later.
Oh, gotcha. And it's the oil, I guess.
Yes, and it puts quite a haze up over on that camera.
That's funny.
Grab your meat pies. Oh.
Ooh.
Is that code? That is a long joke with us anymore.
Yeah,
is that
sure
code?
Is. Yeah, you guys have meat pies. Meat pies are not a big...
Floaters for everyone.
Can you buy meat pies in the U.S.?
Yeah. I don't know who specifically would have them.
I'm Googling it.
They wouldn't be the same. There's just something about the way the cattle are fed in Australia or in...
Oh, I'm sure.
I had meat pie several times when we were in the UK. I enjoyed them. I had steak pie, specifically steak pie. And we had a meat pie at least once in Australia.
So Tiger Bakery and Deli has meat pies on Monroe Street.
Okay.
Schmucker's Restaurant
does meat.
Reynolds
That's
does
right.
meat
I
pies.
knew that. Damn it! I did know that.
Oh, Jemaine's Home Cooking on Glendale does meat pies.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of cultures do it, but to me, it's to me, I always think of it as a true British.
It's a British thing.
So
yeah, we had meat pies both in Britain and
I had steak
in
and ale
Australia.
pie twice. I liked steak and ale pie. I thought it was very good. 2 different places.
Oh.
The best meat pies are King's Island. Yeah,
I don't know where Thai
already told us that too. So you guys definitely agree on that. It's definitely 4 and 20 pies. I thought it was 4 and 20 blackbirds in a pie.
Wow, Zane's Lebanese Grill.
Oh.
Well, the Lebanese do meat pies.
Because everybody.
Why not? Yeah.
Meat and leavened bread.
Michael's Cafe and Bakery.
I wonder. I don't think it would go over well if we did a true British restaurant.
Here probably not.
Mushy peas.
Ugh, yeah.
You might sell bangers and mash.
Yeah.
But I would want to do it the right way with the right stuff.
Sure. Which makes it expensive because you're importing. 218 almost always travels with the 2-cab Ford.
That side is more quiet for the driver.
Extra wall between the engine room and the cab. I think
it's the washroom.
Oh, so that's why it smokes.
Oh, okay.
Chamboro.
Somebody else told us. It wasn't just
Australia.
Greg. Somebody else in Australia told us.
Yeah, I think we heard that too.
Civilized nosh.
Civilized.
Well, we're Americans. We're not. Colin! Sir Colin from
not.
Wooddorp. How are you? Been working on layout. Well, you've been doing great work on the layout.
Hi, Colin. So anyway, well, when we're in Milton Keyes, we should be able to find a steak pie, you would think?
Well, I'll probably try fish and chips again.
Okay, I'll give it one more chance.
You don't have to do it.
Thank you, Dino. Appreciate the support.
Now, see, this is where rivet counters fight each other to a degree. Because I run my cabs, and a lot of the German guys tell me, well, there's a reason that one end is marked 1 and one end is marked 2. 1 is the primary driving it. And now somebody else comes and says, yeah, but with the 218s, they usually run the 2 first because of this.
So y'all fight it out. Just have fun, okay?
I just run my trains. And nothing today is prototypical. Nothing today.
No.
Well, all right, the Rheingold is almost prototypical. It just needs that other baggage car. But even this Prussian little bit of cars needs a couple extra cars. It needs the proper end car and brake van.
Lots of videos on the 218.
I am running the horse special, but the BR50 is pulling the beer wagon. So I've got a class 218 in the ocean blue and beige pulling the horse special, all the tin plates, the red, blue, and greens.
Okay.
And then this has got a couple more of the cars I got from Horst on it, being pulled by a 220.
Okay, cool.
So I've got the Horst Express and the horse special.
Nice.
I decided to run old trains.
You need Horst to subscribe to your channel.
He might be, but I don't know that it would be cool if he followed it.
Yeah.
He thought it was 1 and 2 because the pickup shoe was on 1. No, they put the pickup shoe on the 1 because the pickup shoe should go first.
Anyway, we're not going to get them too involved in that.
I learned my lesson the minute I got involved in the Radius 1 debate.
Oh.
And I didn't even take a side. Thus, I got hate from both sides.
Well, happy birthday, Heather. That's probably on Sunday, right? Mondays.
Happy birthday, Heather. Happy Womb Liberation Day, Heather.
Yes, as Anthony likes. Our son started it. And people have to think about that.
But we have Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night in the UK. Plus, we have breakfast and lunches, but we will definitely eat light lunches.
Yeah.
Hookah.
Someone's going to upset the Austrians and the Czechs with his upcoming new rail job.
Nah, the Australians and the Czechs will be very happy. Nobody would upset the Austrians or the Czechs.
Oh, that's cool, really.
Czechs are too easy going to get upset unless you tell them German beer's better. Then they break out World War
I
III.
was gonna say that could be an issue.
If you really want to piss off a Czech, tell them Germans are nicer.
Oh.
We've had that conversation with Czechs.
Yes,
All the Germans are just so sour, and so we don't really like the Germans, but we have to be nice so they'll come and spend their money in our country.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Good news! I have just
Good.
picked up 2 more Freightliner heavy haul boxes.
Is that cool?
Cool.
What are you trying to get at? Or is it just going to be a looks and see and decide?
Okay. Things I specifically want to come.
Oh boy, when he starts like that. Okay, guys, hold on.
No,
to
I
your
need the
hats.
last 4 Beetle boxcars.
There.
I need the last 4. Actually,
Okay.
technically, I think there's 5.
Okay.
But to be honest, well, they took, how each car is a different album.
Yes.
All right. Well, they took the first 2 Beatle albums and put them on one car. And then they did the 2 Beatles greatest hits albums, the red album and the blue album.
Right, right.
It's like, really? Why didn't you put those on one car and take the 2 Beatle albums and put them on separate cars? So I need those. And then it's it's the first Hard Day's Night.
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally the Beatles' first 3 albums.
Okay.
And then Abbey Road, the
Okay.
last album.
The last one, yeah.
Because I do have Let It Be.
Okay. Okay, so he's gonna try.
And then if I could find a really inexpensive one used at a table somewhere, I wouldn't mind getting a Class 37 Euro Phoenix.
Okay.
Because I've always liked those. And then if I were rich, I'd like to come home with a Class 68, preferably in the Trans Pennine Express.
Oh, I know the
livery.
last time I asked you, you really didn't have anything in mind. I don't think I need.
No, you asked
there.
me and then you turned away. A suit. You were hoping I would say nothing. Good news is James May. Yeah, that's true. Hotel booked, train booked. Well, get the triumvirate, Mick. Go get yourself arrested, and then you're booked 3 times. Hotel booked, train booked, and I'm booked. That's okay. Somebody on one of our things where we talked about coming to get said that that you were going to have to perform one of your train songs live.
I see. You're buying everything on all those stalls. Is what Joyce didn't care to hear. Yeah.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, well, you got a couple calls, did you? Did the power outage hurt? Calls?
We got our power back about 1:30.
Okay.
It automatically turned this on. This, anytime there's a power outage and power comes back on, this goes on.
Right.
The computer stayed off.
You had to fix all
So
the
there was
clocks.
no damage. It just, all the stuff I would have come down here and done like 11 o'clock,
Mhm. Yeah, you
lunchtime, and that I didn't do. So I was
Yeah.
in a rush. And then OBS, not working again. Crashing.
Oh.
We're not on OBS. We are going through StreamYard.
Oh,
It's like, I need to talk to them and go, why am I not able to send my signal up? Because it's
Right.
saying it can't get information through.
Hmm.
So I don't know if we need to unplug the box and replug it in or something.
Right.
Because there's a little box up there. If you stood up, you'd see it.
Yeah.
There's a little box up there, And so that's the wire that comes from upstairs where the main box is. And it goes into a little splitter box here.
One for the
and
TV.
then it's hardwired down to the computer on the Ethernet slot. And the first 3-4 live streams I did with it, it's been beautiful. Last week and now this week, total toast.
Right. That's what we said.
Anyhow, Herb said he got the money.
Right.
Nancy came into the chat and mentioned that Herb was in the garage cussing.
Oh.
Trying to pack the last box.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
He's trying to pass that last box. Well, you know, we sent it in American money, but he gets it in his bank as Canadian money. So it looks like 50, 100 times more than what it really is.
It does look like a lot more money.
I'm a millionaire.
Outgoing wire text transfer.
So what? Yeah, outgoing. Yep.
So, yeah, still.
Well, I showed you the pictures he sent me of the boxes, right? That was the first 4.
Right.
There's more.
The cats haven't chewed the cable. Well, they're not rabbits. And the cables are pretty much, I mean, out of reach is too silly to say.
Artie needs trains with parachutes if you see any. Well, I'll look for that. I'll see if the Royal Air Force had a train.
So far, so good, I guess. Because that one cat does chew wires.
Yeah, it's a 135 exchange rate.
Have you noticed any?
We once went to Canada when the exchange rate was 150. That was nice.
Was kind of nice. I would think it was a lot more expensive, but
no, it was still turning a profit.
Bad. Yeah, it was a good time to travel. What's the UK exchange?
You need $1.28 to buy a pound. You need that's about the same as it was. That really doesn't fluctuate as much as like the dollar to the euro.
Okay, gotcha.
February it might be 105, and then it's 112, 113 2 months later.
Your money's like Italian lira. Tried Vegemite.
Yeah, there you go.
Pushes Vegemite.
Yeah, Attila Varga.
Yeah, they every now and then they are.
Leaves a trail of Vegemite wherever he goes.
And crossing the border, you can either pay in Canadian money or American money. And I've asked the people, why would I want to pay in the other one? Because it's a bad, it's a bad rate. Why would I pay in that? And they said, well, people do. It's what they have on hand. Well, that's fair. All right, night, Ian.
All right. Good night. Because it's actually about that time here, too.
Yeah, it really is. I just got here. Anyway, we're driving. So let's move the car. We'll take the Charger.
Okay, we'll take the Charger. We'll take the Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with any Ford POS. No, I'm sorry. I didn't say that. Yes, I did. Proudly. And you, who I was hoping would come right in and say, oh, yeah, not Ford's. Ford's the enemy. No, you're like,
I'm not.
Oh, I don't know anything.
I'm not feeling it today.
You're not feeling it today. No. Oh, that's bad news. I was hoping you might be. I'll get to the right place.
I have bigger fish to fry. Turn them off, I can't reach.
You have bigger fish to fry?
Yeah, I sent all my parents. Oh,
not the camera over.
You just turn them off. You don't position them like I always did. I guess you don't have to.
That's right. I don't have to. So let's go to this camera.
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Well.
Oh,
well.
No, it's well. Oh, well. John Lennon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again on a Friday. Hope you enjoyed the little different.
Appreciated.
Always appreciated, like we say all the time. Hope you enjoyed. I ran a lot of steam today for the heck of it. And always great to see you again. If you haven't seen our video, please go see it and comment on it.
Yeah, we really would appreciate it. It was a lot of work and a lot of singing and a lot of editing and a lot of.
If you didn't like it, tell us. That way we know.
Yeah, you can tell us it sucks, and
we know who to flip off.
Who the heck is your singer? She stinks. You know, that kind of stuff.
But anyhow, we're gonna say take care. Always great to see you. Thanks for being with us. But it is our dinner time. So, on behalf of all of us on this side of the camera, to all of you on that side of the camera, our fellow knights of the Round Boy table, we're gonna say we're gonna say Auf Wiedersehen.
Cheers.
And happy trains. Take care, everybody.
Bye. Oh, well.